Hello there, Kanokrab here, and we are standing in our town wagon right at the end of our New in Town Let's Play Season 1 for Minecraft 1.16. Last episode was the season finale. We were able to complete all of the end city structures and reach the Shining City advancement, and to top it all off, we went to the Nether and earned our final trophy from the Nether Keep's trophy room for achieving that advancement. So now we're just going to go on a nice little trip down memory lane, give you guys a world tour, give you guys the seed, and I think there will also be a world download in the description below if you guys are interested in wandering around our magical world that we spent the last 66 episodes building up. Some of those being two-parters, some of those being really long episodes. So really it's been a whole lot of time here. In fact, let's take a look at a few statistics right in here. So we're gonna not worry about the weird stuff. Let's go all the way down here. Time played, it's been about 2 days in real time, so a little over 48 hours. It's been more than half a day, so about 12 hours since the last time we died, and of course that last death was an intentional one because we needed to get some cursed boots off of us because they had the curse of binding. So I believe it was quite a long time since our last death before that. We have only, I just slept, so it's only been a minute and 25 seconds, or 1.25 minutes since the last time I slept. But we slept in a bed 95 times, traded with so many villagers. And let's see, is there anything else of super duper interest? Let's see, we didn't do any raids, a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. Number of deaths was 8. We died quite a lot towards the early game, but we got much better as we improved our gear and all of that. Let me take a look here. Mob kills almost 3,000. 38,000 jumps, that sounds about right. Let's see, interactions with droppers, what I'm most interested in. Is that on here? No, it doesn't look like it. It's a bit unfortunate. Would have been interested to see how many structures we built in total. Oh, droppers searched, here we go. 409, that's obviously not totally accurate because we, check droppers and put things in them without completing structures, but 409 times we interacted with droppers, and of course that's only New in Town droppers. I don't think we touched any that were not part of New in Town. Let's see, distance by elytra, pretty good, 236 kilometers, a lot further than we walked, which makes sense, exploring all the primordial desert, the buried ocean. Pretty crazy. Damage taken, oh my gosh, 2,000, but damage dealt almost 25,000. Really cool. And chests opened, yeah. Alright, well, pretty cool statistics. Let's go ahead and wander around and just kind of take a look at everything that we've accomplished. Of course, we've got our settler's wagon here. My wagon is always gray, just because that's the random color that's been assigned to my player ID. Our town planner here, of course, doing his best to keep our town in good order, giving us building permits, our castle permit, and of course, the recipe books that we've been using all of this time. We'll kind of fly around, I think, our town here a bit, not necessarily walk around the whole thing. So let's see here. Go land on top of our castle, which of course has all 6 wings that we are able to build with all 6 of the castle permits. We've got our treasury, our guard tower, the library, some stables. Our end portal down there, which allows us to get easy access to our end city in the end, which we'll go take a look at later. But the resource silo, of course, in the mine and the lumber mill being what put in the most work for sure throughout our whole playthrough. The fishery, of course, with fish spawning so constantly and lagging us sometimes when it needed to. All the special structures we've got over there, the haunted mansion, the end vault. Our star dial is actually over here by the mayor's office and the portal to the in-between, which we'll go into in a little bit here. Another shrine to get to the nether, and then some kind of farming type stuff going on over here, protected by our guard tower. Of course, over there we've got where the tyrant attempted to attack us and invade the overworld, his various portals that he sent scouts and invaders through. Oh, and of course the floating island that we explored quite early on and got a bunch of shulker shells from. A really unreasonable number of shulker shells. All the structures, of course, towards the end were mostly either custom structures that didn't count towards the completionist advancements. We've got a mostly new in town harvest situation going on over there, and then a few other kinds a few other structures from the custom structure packs. A shepherd over there. We've got, this is a forge, I think. We were trying to build the mob hunter, but there was a small bug which has since been fixed in that custom structure pack. But like the chicken coop, hardly even used. It was just for completionist purposes. Potion hut put in quite a bit of work. Whenever we needed gas tiers, we would often go straight there. Yeah, the overworld was quite expansive. Spent a lot of time here, and of course the time that we didn't spend here, we were still getting tons and tons of resources to our silo and our treasury, and of course the fishery, like I said. Ow. That was not quite what I wanted to happen. If we come in here, we've got our squire, of course, and the librarian chilling out here with his enchanted books that only partway through stopped working and have since been fixed in other versions of the game or of the data pack. Our trusty horse, who we didn't ride too much, and when we did not get us anywhere useful. If we come on over here, this, of course, the guard tower, staircase up, and our treasury, which probably has just an absurd amount of gold. Oh yes, so much gold that we do not need. If we come on out here, let's go ahead and go to the Nether and take a look at our achievements there. So we see we got a full chest of stone, and then the other one is starting to fill up. We used a lot of logs to get some extra pearls in the end, but we did have quite a lot there as well. Let's go ahead and go to the Nether. So of course our Nether Fortress is also... Ooh, I'm falling. There we go. Our Nether Fortress is also considered complete. We have one of every necessary functional structure for the fortress, as well as a complete Nether keep. Over there we've got our Forbidden Steeple, which is probably one of the more expensive structures we built. It required an extra totem of undying. Looks like that piglin is stuck in the forbidden water of the steeple, but that's okay. Ow. We come on down here, let's take a look over here. We have 2 basalters. We ended up building the second one later on just to increase our nether brick supply, because we needed a whole bunch to build the nether keep. And of course over here, our magical farm, which provided us our diamonds and our iron through a whole bunch of, oh hello, relax. Through our entire playthrough, whenever we needed some extra diamonds, some extra iron, this is where we came. The wart pit took us a little while to make. We had to grow a whole bunch of nether warts, and of course now I've used them all. But the wart tender, putting in lots of work, getting us some extra blaze rods when we needed it, and converting our nether wart blocks into nether wart for various purposes. The hoglin pen we didn't use too much. We basically just built it again for completionist purposes. It's got some piglins that are stuck down there. They're going to get hurt by the hoglins that spawn in there. Come on over here. Our Strider dock with the lift that goes all the way down to the lava level where our young boy still hangs out. Put in a lot of work helping us explore the lava oceans, getting over to the ancient drill. He was in some danger. We had to go on a couple of rescue missions for him, but he definitely earned the right to relax here in our Strider dock. Let's go back up to the Soul Forge here, which we again didn't use too much. Tried to get a whole bunch of netherite scrap out of by smelting down lots of shovels, but it's a slow process. Didn't necessarily work super duper well, but that's okay. Gas balloon was another thing that we built mostly just for completionist purposes. There's not a lot of gas in this area, so it didn't have a whole lot of work to put in anyway. The weaponsmith provided us with some enchanted books, which we used a little bit when we didn't get them from the librarian. The armorer, kind of in a similar vein, helping us get fire protection and blast protection, and more importantly, helping us to use this anvil to attach a lot of new enchantments onto our equipment. We've got the arbors here, the warped arbor and the crimson arbor, which were very important for providing small amounts of nether bricks, but also for giving us the wood types that we need for all kinds of our structures. Over here, I believe we've got the Demolitions Bridge, which has frequently been capturing piglins, which is an interesting choice, given he's supposed to be giving us TNT, which we used quite a lot, especially once we made our Seafarers fleet. Didn't really use these trades too much. Obviously, they're intentionally expensive and not very good. And then over here is just a bridge that is incomplete over to our Nether Keep, which we'll explore next. This guy's gonna smack us. Oh, no, we're good. Cool. And then over here is our respawn platform where we pretty much set up base here in the Nether after we died a few too many times from piglins that were able to sneak into our setup at the portal platform. This is, of course, the Forbidden Steeple that we spent a good amount of time working towards with the water that provides regeneration and saturation. Very useful structure, but like I said, very expensive. If we come on over here to our Nether Keep, this is similar to the castle in the overworld. Excuse me, sirs. Which we were able to build one wing at a time for very expensive recipes requiring reinforced nether bricks, which we purchased from our Nether Keeper for 5 nether bricks and a gold ingot. 64 reinforced nether bricks per structure here, obviously minus the first, which was just a whole bunch of nether bricks. The Pure Hearth put in a whole lot of effort for us, being a eternally functioning furnace that smelts even faster than a blast furnace. Looks like it is quite near the end of its job. It's melting down the last of the netherrack. Right in here we've got our blaze reactor, which provided us with a few blaze rods, still giving us more and more, which is really nice of it. Didn't use them too much until towards the end when we were using blaze rods for mostly fuel for our popped chorus fruits in the end. Hello there. The obsidian pylon put in a lot more work than I think it was even intended for. Obviously, it provides us with this eternal fire resistance around our fortress. We were able to use that to sort of triangulate where our fortress was when we were on the nether roof searching for the paradox box. And thanks to that, thanks to its area of effect, we were able to figure out where our fortress was, and we could encircle it in search of the elusive paradox box, which we were eventually able to locate. Right in here. Oh, hello. No. This is just a blank Nether Keep room, which I thought we needed to complete our Nether Keep advancement. It ended up being that we were fine, but it was probably a good idea that we did so anyway, because that way we were able to figure out what was wrong with the Nether Keep. And then over here is the Infernal Court, where the 5 elders of the 5 nether biomes assemble and can trade their special tokens here for items from other biomes to get special armor and tools that are totally unbreakable and have very powerful effects, like this Soul Speed 4 on some leather boots there, Fire Protection 8 on these piglin kicks that never break, a Hoglin Slayer with huge knockback and unbreaking, of course, End Harrower that's able to break right through the thick warped forests, and then of course some Basalt Travelers to assist with handling the magma cubes that explore the basalt deltas. And then, of course, over here, as I mentioned earlier, this is the trophy room where we are rewarded for achieving all of the advancements of the New in Town data pack, and we got all of them from the Peace in the Kingdom and King of the Castle, these gold blocks for completing both of the Overworld Completionist advancements. Over here we have War Machine and a Harsh Exterior for completing both of the Nether advancements right in here. What is this doing up here? For achieving the Paradox Box advancements and the Ender Throne for building the Ender Throne in the end, in our end city. And finally, a Netherite block for achieving the Shining City advancement and building all of the end city pieces, which is where I believe we will head to now. Let's go ahead and go this way. Hello. Oh gosh, there's 2 of them. Nice. Okay. Pop on in here. And in here. Ooh, please. And of course we got our trident, which we got in the buried ocean. We'll explore that. I think before we go to the end, let's go ahead and go to the buried ocean. Right in here. Or I should say the in-between. So this portal, of course, we opened up partway through or in between before we started our end city, I believe, while we we're preparing for the Tyrant's invasion of the end, and takes us to the in-between dimension, which we explored quite a ways, eventually reaching all the way back over here to this portal that goes to the buried ocean. Ow. Come on. There we go. And in the buried ocean, ooh, we established this fleet. We didn't complete the fleet. There isn't a completionist advancement for it, so I didn't worry too much about it. But here in the buried ocean dimension, under this dark roof, and with all this water around, we established our fleet and built it up quite successfully, if I do say so myself. Starting with our captain ship right here in the middle. Gotta watch out for that creeper that's over there. And branching out to our fruit ship over here, the cartography ship right over there, the warship, which weakens all the hostile mobs that we have to work with, and who we were able to turn our TNT into gunpowder with, which was very useful for getting all the firework rockets that we needed for our elytra. And of course, we have all these drowned down here, many of which had tridents. Unfortunately, we didn't pick up any tridents, but we did get a conduit built, which is right underneath our ship. And we did purchase a trident from our brigantine right over there. The brigantine guard is able to sell tridents for fairly decent exploration cost of 3 hearts of the sea, which we're able to find again here in the buried ocean across the many structures that spawn here. We have our carpenter ship, I believe that is right there. No, this is the weaver ship. Carpenter ship is right there, which provided us the wool and stripped logs that we needed for building all of these ships. And of course, we've got the chemister ship back there, which can purchase powerful potions from us. That's pretty much all that we did here in the buried ocean. We spent a lot of time in the ancient sea, which is a very, very long way away. We were able to fly there with a general idea of how far to go, but not really the direction to go. But thankfully we were able to locate it, and in the ancient sea is where we were able to mine up quite a bit of ancient debris to turn into netherite. We did explore the primordial desert as well, of course. That is where we found the Pharaoh's tomb, and we're able to get a bunch of other cool loot and tools by exploring all across the desert. But there isn't quite a lot else to show you right there as part of the world tour. That said, there will be lots of new Primordial Desert content coming in the 1.17 update for New in Town Dimensions, which will be releasing alongside 1.17. Let's go take a look over here and check out the end to round out our world tour. I'll reveal the seed, of course, as well once we're finished here. Alright, jump on in here. Bloop. And let's take a nice distant look at our end city. Look at that. So cool. We spent a lot of time building this up. Let's start from the bottom down. We of course have our beacon right there, which was built entirely of gold because we have so much of it. We've got all these chorus plants out here that we were able to utilize to help not only get the chorus fruit that we needed for all of our structures, but also to sell the chorus farmer, the chorister upstairs, so that we could get enough ender pearls for what we needed. Right here's our city planner, of course, who we traded with to get our end city recipes. Didn't interact with a whole much more, but he still served a very important purpose. If we climb up here, the first structure we built was, of course, the endstone generator to provide us with all the endstone that we needed to build all of our structures, and who we sold some endstone to get some ender pearls. Up here at our first intersection, we, of course, have our living quarters right here, and then the return portal, which is right up here, followed by the gravity tanks, which is what's giving us slow falling around here. Very useful for traveling about our city safely. Right up here, the gravity tanks, and then I believe our carrot farm right above, which generates golden carrots. We'll go ahead and farm up the whole thing right now, I think. Woo! And then, of course, the phantom aviary right above. Looks like these phantoms are a little tired of hanging out, waiting for us. Let's go ahead and take care of them. Oh boy, come on, guys. Oh dear. There we go. The phantom aviary as phantoms. Oh gosh, is there one more? Where is he? Maybe? Is he down here? That was weird. Phantom aviary, the phantoms here can drop damaged elytra, which is really, really cool. Obviously, it costs an elytra to produce the phantom aviary, so being able to get that back and being able to repair your elytra and potentially get several pairs is really, really nice. We're going to go ahead and do that so that we can replant all of these carrots real quick. Obviously, the world is basically over, but still good to keep things nice and tidy here, especially because this is the world you'll be able to check out with the world download. All right. So let's float on down here and take a look at our other towers. So right over here is where we started building up a little bit more. We've got our end oystery, I believe, first up, where the ender mollusks... Oh no, we've got our golden apple tree first, which generates golden apples once per day that stay there until you pick them up, which is very nice. We've got the end oystery next, filled with ender mollusks who do a very good job, and we're providing us with a decent supply of ender pearls throughout our time here in the end city. Whoop. If we come on back this way, the rest of the tower was mostly done for completionist purposes. The warped arbor up here, which provided us a little bit of, or technically provided us a little bit of popped chorus fruit that we didn't really utilize, but does have an enderman who farms some warped arbor type stuff going on here. If we come on over here, we have the slime den, which was one of the last things we built, which has a slime tamer and a slime spawner that doesn't work except in slime chunks. And then I believe right above is where we have the shulker vault, which serves as a nice protected location for a bunch of shulker boxes, again, that we didn't really use, one of the last things that we built. Over here, the redstone dome. This is where the endermen are learning to use redstone, headed up by this electrician who can sell a little bit of redstone materials for fairly expensive, but inexpensive by enderman standards, I suppose. The lava chamber, which generates infinite lava at the center pools here, that you can just bucket up and take away, and it'll refill every few seconds. And then lastly, of course, we have the Ender Throne, the throne room fit only for the true king of the end, which of course would be an Enderman, since this city is built as a home for the Enderman refugees after having saved them both from the Ender Dragon and from the Tyrant's attempted invasion of the End, which we were able to fight off right down there. The King of the End is what gave us the ability to finish our city thanks to selling some Tyrant Loci, but we had to sell the Dragon Egg to him in order to, we had to use the Dragon Egg in order to build this room, but he does give us the opportunity to sell it back. But that isn't all. We still have a few more structures left, 2 more that we had built a decent while ago. If we float on down here. The chorister, which we didn't use too much, like I said, I think, well, he certainly provided us with some popped chorus fruits, which was very useful, and we sold some popped chorus to him for some ender pearls that were very important. But right up here, the most important structure that we built this whole time, the prison for the tyrant who has been terrorizing us through all 3 dimensions, who attempted to invade the overworld, who had taken total control of the Nether, who we had to fight back against, and finally who attempted to invade the End and enslave the Endermen that lived here. We had to fight back, but being an immortal Wither, being the first Wither, he had to be imprisoned. He could not be properly killed, so this is where he will stay for all eternity, held in place by the souls of all of the people, the ancient builders that he killed so long ago. This is where it ends for him, and where it ends for us. I want to thank you guys so much for watching through this entire Let's Play. As I said in this last episode in the season finale, it's been a very long journey, a very fun journey. I hope for you guys as well. There's still plenty more to stick around for New in Town for the channel for. We've got, all kinds of new content planned for this channel, speed runs and dev diaries and all kinds of interesting new challenges to explore and take New in Town to new heights as new updates continue to come out. 1.17 comes out in just a few days now, and we won't be starting our 1.17 Let's Play season right away, but there will be one, of course, as well as all kinds of cool new updates coming to New in Town, and of course the New in Town Dimensions. If you do want to get involved with the New in Town Dimensions beta, everything that's currently in the beta will be released on 1.17 release day, but there's still lots more work to be done, so all of that will be coming to for the beta testers to continue to test in the Discord. So if you want to learn how to get involved with that beta testing for the future, join the Discord community. It's also a great place to get involved with the rest of the community, which is having all kinds of fun. Watching new videos as new YouTubers learn to play New in Town every single day. And as people work on building custom structure packs and add-ons for New in Town with cool new structures like castle pieces and medieval retellings, redesigns of vanilla New in Town structures, mob hunters and farms, and all kinds of cool stuff that people are working on to expand New in Town even more, which I really, really love. The community that's been built around New in Town has really just been wonderful. So thank you guys for being a part of this with me. I really would like to once again thank you again so much for joining me for all this time through our New in Town Let's Play. If you enjoyed this season, this series, this video, please remember to leave a like and share with your friends and to subscribe to keep an eye on when new in Town videos come out. As promised, let's go ahead and get you guys the seed. I will try to remember, I'll copy it right now. I will try to remember to put that in the description as well for ease, but the world download will also be in the description for you guys if you want to explore and walk around. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys soon with some all new in Town content.